I gave Marie Kondo a little bit of crap. Well, I know last time we visited, I talked to you about how I'm not really trying to go minimalist. I'm just trying to go modest and manageable and still borrow the principles of minimalism and apply them to areas that I feel like I might just have too much stuff in and for tidying up. There are 6 categories in my home I am not willing to declutter, or at least not willing to, minimalize. So for my regular audience, the first category is not going to be a surprise. And if you're new around here, thank you so much for stopping by. And the category I'm not willing to declutter right now is yarn. And the main reason is I have gotten so much more thoughtful about my purchases, and I do understand I have quite a large stash of yarn, especially because sometimes my knitting and crochet mojo is just out the window. But I do really enjoy having lots of beautiful yarn that I can pull from at a moment's notice and whip up a project. I feel like it's super fun to have almost kind of like my own little store, and there's definitely room for improvement when it comes to organizing all of my yarn. But for now, I might get rid of a few things here or there, but I'm definitely not willing to go down to a bare bones minimalist yarn collection. The next category of items I am not willing to declutter, well, I mean, it's kind of one thing, and that's scissors. There are definitely at least 2 pairs of scissors missing from this collection, believe it or not. I know, can one person who lives by themselves live off of a single pair of scissors? Yeah, sure, probably. Is this one person really good at losing scissors, forgetting where they're at? Or they just like the convenience of having scissors in every single room and nook and cranny in the house? I'm sorry, but I need scissors in just about every room of my house, and also I need those cute little Notion embroidery scissors, because I often have more than one knitting or crochet project going on at a given time. So I like to tuck at least a pair of those in each project bag so that it's just there whenever I need it, if I need to cut a tail, or if there happens to be one of those nasty little knots from the manufacturer, I can just snip it out in a hurry and just keep moving with my project. So next up, that brings us to, again, if you've been around for a little bit, you know I have a lot of silk sari wrap skirts, which is actually really incredibly difficult to stay, which is actually really incredibly difficult to say. And I'm shocked that I got through the sari silk wrap skirt part of it, and the rest of it is what I messed up, because I usually trip up on sari silk wrap skirt. Again, if I notice I'm not wearing certain ones, I will eventually get rid of them, whether I give them to a friend or sell them back up on Facebook. I'm currently at 30 that are in my closet, which I know, it's a lot, but I happen to have room for them. So they're all ones I love, and we just went through my closet not too long ago during a live stream session, so I'm very happy with what I've decided I am going to continue to keep in my closet, and I'll keep an eye on it throughout, well, what I consider my skirt wearing season, which is pretty soon and all the way into the fall. If I notice there are ones that I still don't reach for or have the tags on because I bought them late last year, then I'll decide to get rid of them. But for now, they make me happy and I have room for them. And yeah, I know, I gave Marie Kondo a little bit of crap about sparking joy and how we can say a lot of things spark joy, and we don't keep things for the incorrect type of sparking joy. But I also feel like there's a place for things that we really enjoy, even if it's just for the whimsy and, the artistic just beauty of owning those and using them in our daily lives, which is the perfect segue into the next category of items I'm not willing to part with. Real quick, before we get into the rest of the categories, can you do me a huge favor? It's totally free, which who doesn't love free in this inflation economy? Go ahead and like and subscribe to this video, share it with a friend if you're really enjoying it, and let me know down in the comments which categories in your home you're not willing to minimize, declutter, or pare down. I actually don't remember the last time I got rid of anything from this category, much less do I plan on it anytime soon. This might be a hot take, but I'm not getting rid of any eyeshadow palettes. It has nothing to do with how much they cost me. It has nothing to do with how much I wear them. I love looking at colors. I love the color stories. I'm not huge on scrolling Pinterest anymore, but whenever I do get on Pinterest for something, I'm the type of person that I will just go through color boards and stories just because I really enjoy seeing all of the different combinations. And for that reason, I'm keeping my eyeshadow palettes because that's the reason I bought them in the first place. Every so often, I will just go through them and just look at them. Or I really enjoy that when I do wear makeup, the process of going through all of my eyeshadow palettes and picking out just the right one for what I'm feeling that day. So I'm not getting rid of my eyeshadow palettes. And I know some of you are probably thinking to yourself, but don't they get gross after a while? I actually did my own self-study. I bought my own Petri dishes.
What a nerd alert!
And actually went through the process of seeing what kind of microbial growth comes on them. And after a few weeks, they were still clean Petri dishes. So even though I'm not the best at cleaning them or remembering to clean them, I am willing to spritz them with rubbing alcohol every so often just to maintain them. And I have room for them and I'm keeping them and they bring me so much joy. It's more than sparking joy. It's right up there with the skirts. I feel like they are just personal artistic expressions. I'm keeping all of them. Although there is a certain age of eyeshadow palette where I definitely will not wear them anymore. So don't worry, I've yet to get an infection from wearing an older eyeshadow palette, and that's something that's a personal choice. Another category of items I'm not willing to declutter or pare down, at least, is throw blankets. Look, if Dawn's allowed to keep all of her throw pillows, I'm allowed to keep all of my throw blankets. Now, to be fair, there are a few of them that are, well, I don't even think I own them. I think they technically belong to the cats. So sometimes they will kind of nestle in and gather up all the edges, and they don't share with mom anyway, so I have to go get my own throw blanket. So ungrateful little freeloaders, I'm telling you, not even sharing their throw fuzzy blankets with their own mom. Anyway, I keep probably more throw blankets than the average, well, at least single person, but I also live in Northeast Ohio and I don't enjoy having a really high heating bill. So sometimes I will pile on a few extras, and also I just like having them around. I'm not getting rid of any of my throw blankets. If you have pets, you understand. Sometimes you need them in the wash and they'll go to their next favorite throw blanket. And I guess that goes for me too. And the other thing is I do very occasionally declutter a throw blanket when I lose a furry little friend and they cross over the rainbow bridge. They do get to take their absolute favorite fuzzy blanket with them. So I didn't expect this to go this way. For that reason, I don't get rid of fuzzy blankets. The last category in my house I refuse to declutter is my houseplants. Well, sometimes they declutter themselves. I really do try my best, and sometimes I might play a small part into whether or not they declutter themselves. Even if I follow the care instructions to the T, sometimes they just don't make it. And you just can't help it, and they've decided they don't have what it takes to make it in the fast-paced world of being a houseplant in my house. And honestly, there's only one plant that's ever been decluttered by, someone in this house. So again, I don't declutter plants unless they happen to declutter themselves. I can't wait to hear which categories you also refuse to pare down and declutter to a minimalist level. Did I mention any filming and tech gear for filming this YouTube channel? That probably deserves an honorable mention and a bonus category 7 because every so often I purchase something to make this channel a little bit better. And I don't get rid of it because everything does have a purpose. I have become incredibly thoughtful about everything I purchase, and that includes all of the gear that helps us hang out together more often. So, because I really enjoy visiting with you, I'm not getting rid of any of it. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and share it with a friend if you really enjoyed it. And I cannot wait to visit with you in the next one. Bye. I'm not going down to a bare bare bones minimum, go down to a